Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Double N Sports TV. Double N Sports TV. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nigel. Just a disclaimer, guys. Gambling, don't let it control you. You must control gambling. I'm just giving you these tips in good faith after doing some research. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Okay, let's continue with Group A. The next match we're going to discuss is between Uruguay and Egypt. This is an interesting game because we have arguably the best strikers in Europe last season facing each other, coming against each other. That is exciting. Let's dissect Uruguay. Let's analyze and check Uruguay. They've been to the World Cup 11 times. This will be their 12th appearance. They won it in 1930 and again in 1950. They've had 5 World Cup semi-final appearances. Those are good statistics, whichever way you look at it. Who are they coached by? Well, they're coached by Oscar Washington Tabarez. He's been their coach since 2006. This is his second spell as a coach for Uruguay. He was coach in 1990 and now back in 2006. And he's been coached 12 years now. And that is great because it shows stability in a team. It shows stability in a team. And also, he's got a good youth system for the national team, Mr. Tabarez. He's got a good youth system. We've got young players that are coming at the moment, coming from this youth system that he set up, Mr. Tabarez, for Uruguay. You've got like the 20-year-old who plays for Juventus, Rodriguez Bentancur. I hope I'm not butchering his name. Well, these are Spanish names. He's a young guy who came up with, through that system, and he's in the national team now. How did they make it to the qualifiers, to the World Cup? Well, their qualifiers were not greatly encouraging. They were second in their group behind Brazil, but they were 10 points behind Brazil. 10 points. And just a point to note as well, they lost against Argentina. They did not win, at least, against Brazil or Argentina. So does that mean for Uruguay, when the games get tougher, when you get tougher opponents, what happens? Yeah, and 10 points, behind Brazil is a lot. And what also is an encouraging for the Uruguay team, yeah, is since coming to the World Cup, they did not play many friendlies. They didn't do that. They were in a tournament, the China Cup, which they won, and they won against Wales. They won against the Czech Republic. However, they drew with Poland and lost to Austria. Okay, that's what I mean. Will they manage when the games get tougher? I'll give you the odds at the end, yeah, but it's not encouraging, So let's look at their key players now. Well, it's easy to say Luis Suarez and Edison Cavani, but I'm gonna give you different guys this time, yeah. I've already mentioned 20-year-old Rodriguez Bentancur, plays for Juventus. He's a solid midfielder, very powerful young guy, plays well with the ball, can run, is a good sprinter, he's got a dribble. He's only had 6 caps for his country, so I hope he starts. I hope he's gonna have a start at this World Cup. You also need to watch out for the Atletico Madrid duo, the central. These are centre backs, Diego Godin and Jose Jimenez. These guys have been solid for Atletico Madrid. Solid. Yeah. Their defense was tight like a virgin. You understand? Playing for Atletico Madrid. Can they now take that to the national team? I think they can, because Uruguay have been solid at the back. Yeah, they've been solid at the back. They've been able to transfer that to a national team. However, at a higher level, like the World Cup, it's yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen. But I fancy Uruguay winning that group with 9 points, no less than 9 points. And, well, who will they meet when they come out of that group? Well, they have to beat Egypt first. But I can tell you, in Group B, there is Spain, there is Portugal, there is Morocco, and Iran. So one of those teams, Uruguay, will play. Right. Let's talk about opposition now. Egypt. Egypt is a good team on the African continent. Yeah, they've won the African Cup of Nations 7 times. 7 times they've won it. They've been to the World Cup twice. This will be their 3rd appearance. They are the first African nation to appear at a World Cup. They went in 1934 and they went again in 1990. They are yet to win a game at a World Cup. They have not progressed beyond the group stages. So they'll be looking to better that, I am sure. They have the players, they have the team. And again, in 1990, it must be noted that they were in a tougher group. They had the greatest Netherlands team with the like of Van Basten, Rudy Gullit, and Egypt managed to draw with those guys. So you can give them credit for that. How did they qualify to the World Cup? Well, in fact, let me talk about their coach here. They're coached by Hector Cooper. A lot of guys will know Hector from Milan, AC Milan, and Valencia. He was once their coach. He's been the Egyptian coach for 3 years. Right? He's been the Egyptian coach for 3 years. And, Egypt qualifying for this World Cup, they won their group. Yeah. The group that had Ghana, Congo, and Uganda, to mention a few teams. And they won that group. So, I mean, they do turn up at tournaments. But when you look at Egypt's last 5 games coming to the tournament, it's not encouraging at all. It's not encouraging at all, right? They got thumped by Belgium recently on the 6th of June, 3-0. They lost to Colombia. They drew to Kuwait, lost to Greece, and lost to Portugal. Now, that is not encouraging coming on to a big tournament. Yeah, but Egypt, for some reason, they do turn up at tournaments. They just switch on. They just switch on when it comes to big tournaments. So who's going to be their key players? Well, you have to mention Mohamed Salah. He's going to be banging goals. I expect him to score in each and every match in the group stages. I do expect him to score. Okay. We have to mention the Egyptian goalkeeper. The Egyptian goalkeeper, 45-year-old El Hadari. 45-year-old. He's going to be the oldest player going to this World Cup. He's going to be the oldest player to ever play in a World Cup, El Hadari. So enough respect for that. And he's going to be leading. He's won, like I said, the African Cup of Nations. So most of these guys who will be playing for Egypt are young, and they'll be looking up to him for guidance. Also, in the midfield, we have to mention Mohamed El Nani, plays for Arsenal, midfield again. He's been good. He's been good for Arsenal last season. And it does, keep the midfield solid. We look forward to seeing him playing for Egypt. And also need to mention Ramadan Sobi. He was playing for Stoke, but he's now been just transferred to Huddersfield. I think that's just finished yesterday. In the last couple of days, he's now a Huddersfield player. He's a winger, very, very strong guy, very tall and quite pacey. He's good creating goals. He can assist Mohamed Salah in his scoring goals. So, with all that said now, who do you think will win this game? I would say 2-1 to Uruguay. What are the bookies saying now? well, to win this whole tournament, Uruguay are 31-1 to win the whole tournament. Whereas Egypt, to win the whole tournament, they're 300-1. So you can see who's favored there. Okay. To win Group A, as I'm saying, I'm still going with Uruguay, yeah? So the odds are saying 8-11. Whereas to win Group A, Egypt, the odds are 12-1. If you go with Unibet, they are 11-1, right? For Egypt to win the group. For best scorers now, who do you think? Obviously, is 4-1 for Mohamed Salah and 3-1 for Luis Suarez or Edison Cavani to score a goal. So I'll be putting money on those guys. I'll be putting money for Uruguay to win 2-1. Okay, and just to add a little bit more, I'll be putting for Suarez to score, Mohamed Salah to score, and that would give you a little bit of extra money. And so I'm looking forward to this game. So what do you think? What do you think about my odds? Do you think Uruguay will win? Do you think Egypt will win? We'll discuss in the comment section, guys. It's a Double N Sports TV. Double N Sports TV. I'll check you on the next one.